This time on Woody's Garage we have a Toro and a compressor. Pump me up, baby.
Well, I did it again. Sometimes I hate myself. Another Craigslist run. I got this Porter cable compressor. And this Toro lawnmower. They both look pretty decent. The guy actually had 3 chainsaws that looked good. I just hate messing around with them. They never seem to run right. And what else did he have? Gee, some other stuff I didn't take. But I mean, like, this is enough. I'm running out of room. So this thing actually has an electric start, the Toro. And I already pulled out the battery out of there to put it on a charger last night. Haven't looked at it yet. We'll clean it up. There was a rag underneath the carburetor I threw away. My guess is that it's leaking leaking gas. And this thing, we'll have to see what it does. I guarantee there's a leak or something like that in it. But I think we'll haul in the compressor first and see what it does. Okay, it's not too cold out, so I decided to stay outside. I'm going to clean the crap off of this thing. And, well, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, got the gunk off of it. The weeds and stuff like that. A couple of things with this. I noticed right off the bat. This is supposedly a automatic drive, like it keeps up with your walking pace, which will probably be a complication. But when you want to pull it in reverse, it binds up, and that doesn't sound good. Another thing is the pull start is yoinked. I was absolutely shocked to see that there's a key in it. It's pretty good. It looks like it's been disconnected probably for some reason, like it didn't work. Look, it's got a fuse. This is where the battery connected that sits in here. That was the cover. Read operating instructions. No. Doubt it's going to have any gas in it. It doesn't. It's bone dry. It's a little dirty in there, maybe. Let's see if it's got any oil in it. Golden black. Okay. Alright. I guess it's a Briggs & Stratton. Is it? Yeah, it's got the primer bulb. You can see another rag like right underneath the bowl there. Yeah, that'll fix the problem. You know, my first thought when I saw rags on it is maybe it has a oil leak or something like that, but no, it's just for gas. So that's how they fix that. Let's pull that out of there. Wait, look at, they're using that like a gasket or something in there. Okay, that rag is stuck under there. I don't know if it's frozen there. It seems like it's like they're trying to use it to stop the leak. Alright, I'm going to go look at the battery and see if it charged. There's my little charger, and the yellow light is blinking, which is kind of like, Mayday, Mayday, this battery's a piece of shit. And there's a little battery. Now, I really like this charger a lot. It seems to charge the deadest batteries. But sometimes if you unplug it and you leave it alone for a little while, you try it again, it has something to work with, so you get good results. So let's not call this a bust yet, and unplug it, and then we'll plug it back in later. Okay, here we get a little better look at the compressor. I don't see anything looks alarmingly bad on it. and you know, you feel a little reluctant. It looks like it's missing one of the quick connects. I guess that could just leak right away, right? Okay, actually might have an extra one of those. But I got out some soapy water. Let's see if there's leaks and stuff. That I think is a safety valve. That little lever, I don't know, maybe that's adjusts the pressure or something. But we'll plug it in quickly and just see what goes on. Will it even run? Well, runs, and you know something? The air is just pouring out of there. Let's see if I got another one of these. I think I might. I have a Craftsman compressor. It is, it's okay. It's small though. You know, it runs out of air really quick. And let me show you it. This is my little Craftsman, and it works pretty good, but the thing I never like is the connections always leak. And this one here is notorious for leaking. I always have to have the hose, oh there it is, the hose kind of snake through stuff so that it, you know, holds it in a certain position so it doesn't leak. And I was thinking of taking the coupler right off of that and just, you know, screwing it directly in, because I never take it any place. I got a big long hose, but you know, then you don't have to use the coupler. But let me see what I got in my odds and ends. You know, most of the stuff is like from Harbor Freight or something, you know, so it's junk. And well, I found one, and I think I swapped this out because I don't know a lot about air systems, but I think there's an industrial type and then another types, and they both have like different kind of ends, which sucks. I mean, there's that kind of end, and then there's another kind of end that's like that, except for the bump there is smoother. And you know, they leak if they're not matched, or they won't go together if they're not matched, which is a pain in the ass. But I think this guy will work for our purposes to see if we can get the air leak to stop. Okay, that's it. I had a little Teflon tape. I put it on the threads, threaded that in. I don't see any cracks in the manifold here, or whatever this thing is. You know, where it mounts. I figured that could have been a problem when they took it out. You start thinking of like all the things that like why that wasn't there. Maybe one just went bad. And it doesn't look all that healthy. It might leak itself, I don't know. Another thing I think I'll do is look for the, here it is, for the drain before I start pumping air in it. Yeah, see if any water comes out. Nope, no water come out. Actually, I can't remember if you screw this in or screw it out. Well, it's in right now. Let's see what it does now. I also got to say, I err on the side of caution with compressors. It's pressurized. So I'm going to run it for a little bit and see if the pressure stays or whatever. No leaks. We've already got 20 pounds of pressure. Wow, that's fast. It's up to like 75 pounds of pressure. Right there. Of course, I don't know how these controls work. And those are matched, which makes me happy, because I know there's settings to balance the two of them. And I actually found a manual online, but I haven't read it yet. That's the regulator there. Jesus, that's all it needed? That's incredible, huh? Whoopee! Well, I'm going to let it sit for a little while and see if that pressure stays. Looks like it's going to, and if it doesn't, it's just, you know, probably something's not sealed. What a remarkable find. One thing I always check when I pick up these hunks of junk is sure the pull cord's bad, but will it still pull over the engine? Yes, it will. So the engine's not seized or anything like that. So I think what we're going to do there's some spring there. See what we can do about the pull start. So we just got to take out these 4 bolts immersed in water. Yeah. I'll loosen up. Oh, that one's, whoops. You might need the socket. That one's in a good place, huh? Next to the pull rope. Okay, we'll pull this off. Okay, we got off the space age plastic to reveal the 1952 design. It's just, it always kills me like how primitive it looks with the cover off. But so we got a couple more bolts to take off, and we'll pull that off. Okay, there are only a couple of screws. I noticed that this came off. I didn't know what came off before. They're right there. And then you can pull it off like this. And basically I think all we've got to do is give the rope a couple of wraps. I'll try to show you what that's like. Okay, one thing that's kind of a mystery is the older ones were so much easier to do. Like, how do I wrap this one? I don't know. Like, there's no way to take it apart either. You know? I mean, one thing that's certainly lacking is lubrication. Let's get a little bit on it. You know, that's where the dog comes out of its house. Right there. And while we're at it, this is the starter, and I guarantee that'll be stuck. Might as well get some lube on that. You're gonna have to horse around with this pull start and see what I can do. I mean, the deal is that you kind of, you know, you get some slack, you pull out the cord, so that you have the cord, you wind up the spring, and then you wrap the cord around it. Wrap it around this way. Came inside. It's a little warmer in here, only a little, but easier to deal with. I like, you know, I'm so used to not having a place to work. I cleaned off this bench, so I'm happy I can do that. So I got to take a look at this thing. Okay, right now I'm thinking the best thing to do is cut off that end right there, pull it through, pull the cord through, and then wind the spring up, because I think it's the only way I'm going to get slack out of it. Okay, I cut off the end. I need an overhead camera tripod like Road King has, and I'm just going to pull the cord right out, and then I'm going to turn the spring around this way, which I guess if you're looking at it this way is counterclockwise. That's the top, this is the bottom, and then we'll thread it back through and make a knot. Yeah, well, that turns out to be pretty easy. I went 1, 2, maybe 3 times around. I figured that's enough. I'm holding it now with one of my favorite tools, a chopstick. And we'll just put a new knot on it and see if that's enough to take the slack out of it. It's just, you know, it's always kind of a mystery, like how they get to like how there was so much slack. Like, how did that happen? I don't know, but let's see if this works. That should be all you need for a knot. It's a half hitch. It's the best knot in the world because when you, where'd you go? When you pull on the cord, it tightens on itself. Of course, this is a little bit of air in it because it's kind of stiff from being outside. I'm going to see if I can get that a little tighter, but I guarantee that's the best knot to put in there. This is plain bizarre. It seemed like it was a little sticky. So I did a couple more turns with a spring, and now I can't get the rope through as easily as I did before. Before I just put it in and it came right out the hole. First time without even trying. Now it seems like, I swear I'm looking at it and going like, that doesn't even line up the way it was. I swear it was straight in before. Like, what's going on? I mean, I'll get it through there. Worst comes to worst, I'll thread it through from this end, the inside, and come out here and retie the handle. What a pain in the butt. I got it the way I was trying to do it. This seems to be about the right angle to get it through. It came right through. I'll tie a knot and we'll put it back together. Well, I thought I had success. I was yanking it back and forth a little bit, and I heard like the spring just unwound. But now there's still spring tension there, so did I just go too far wrapping it? Oh, these things suck. They really do. Yeah. It's like, guess what you're doing. Okay, but we're going to try it again. Just not so tight this time. Okay, that's a pisser. Maybe I broke the spring. I don't know. I have to take this apart. My guess is you pound that through. I don't know, how do you do that without rounding it? Crap. So I'm pounding the middle with this guy here. You know, if I use something a little smaller like this, it's going to mushroom it, you know, go in there. So, you know, it's definitely gone in, but I mean, there's no other way to get into this thing, right? Someone's saying wrong, and someone's saying right. So, I'm guessing that pin is just kind of stubborn. I'm going to hit it with a little tiny bit of heat. See if it moves anymore. And then if I fail, I'm going to look on YouTube. Yeah, Briggs & Stratton. Every American company, made in fucking China. Give them another tax break. Well, it's that far in. What I do see is where did I see it? Is that the spring is still attached there. It's like the inside of it got undone. So what I think I need is a perfect size punch. That's the biggest one I got. It's a 1/4 inch. So I got this pin. I'm going to see, I just grind it down a little bit. If this one will do it. I think I grinded a little too far. So it's coming through, but as you see, I think I'm bending in the top. I mean, it sticks out further than the base, so you have to like open something up so it has some place to go. And then once you knock it out, it's going to fall right in the floor. Oh, Jesus. They couldn't just put a bolt in there. Holy crap. Cheap shit. And as promised, it fell out on the floor. This fell. This fell. This was down there. I don't think that's part of it. But, yeah, it's really gunked up. And I had to grind this down like 3 times to get it to go. Now we're a little stuck in there. So let's get that out of there, and we'll take a look and see what we got here. So that is the end of the spring right there. Is it broken off? I don't know. I don't know what these look like. What did it go into? I guess this guy right here. And I don't know why when I was turning it around it wouldn't catch. But we got a lot of gunk on this, so let's clean these. As we go, we'll just clean stuff up. So this plate here is a piece of metal. It almost looks like a piece of cork. I thought maybe it was fibrous or something like that, but no, it is metal. And I'm cleaning up the edges to see if I can get it out of there so the spring doesn't go pow. I'm going to have to pull the spring out anyway. It's probably just as trashed as this. Yep, popped out. This was the side that was out. That's the side that's in. If anything, it's really going to hold up the spring there, but it certainly isn't clean. We'll clean that thing up. And this is a spring. And maybe there's supposed to be more of a hook on the end there. I hate to say it, I'm going to have to pull this spring out, and I hate when I pull them out because you go like, uh-oh, which way did it go back in? Once again, the power of video will tell me which way it goes in. So we're going to pop it out, and we're going to clean the spring because it's probably sticking to itself is my guess. Notice a notch up there. And of course it sprung out like a vicious cobra. And I'm glad I took a video of like how it went in there, although I think I know, like this. But everything went flying, of course, and you can see like, yeah, this thing is just covered like with crap. So it's going to stick to itself. So going to see if I can get some, we'll put some mystery oil on it, and that'll help break down the sludge, and then we'll clean it off.